Hello, my name is Deandre Jones. This is my week 2 assignment for FTE217 Modern Sporting Rifles. And for the first part of the assignment, I will be going over 3 parts that play a role in the AR, over 6 parts that play a role in the AR-15. So the first part we have right here is the safety selector. Oh, no, sorry. Right here is the safety selector. Safety selector, as it states in the name, can be manually operated to turn the firearm from safe position, which is where the firearm doesn't fire, to the uh, fire position, and then and the NFA regulated. Um, Hello, my name is Deandre Jones. This is my week 2 assignment for FTE 217 Modern Sporting Rifles. And today's date is December the 4th, 2025. And I'll be going over 6 key components of the AR-15 and how they function with each other, and then we'll go over the full firearm being assembled at the end. But first part that we're going over is the safety selector. The safety selector, as it states in the name, is used to turn the firearm from 2 key positions or in other different models like the fully auto or or the 3 burst. You can essentially you'll manually maneuver the selector and it can move in either 3 of those positions. And here goes the safety selector. And as I said, this is used to turn the firearm from either a safe position, semi-auto fire, or in some NFA or NFA regulated, fully automated weapons, which are under machine guns. But that safety selector is what's maneuvered to do that. Our next item is going to be the forward assist. The forward assist is used to help chamber the round if it doesn't fully cycle properly. And here goes our forward assist. And right now I will be quoting American Defense Manufacturing site on their AR-15 forward assist assembly article. And the history of the forward assist, also referred to as the bold assist, dates back to the first half of the 20th century. Adapted for assault rifles for the use in warfare. They wanted a way to close the bolt quickly if soldiers were unable to chamber a round. And the bolt closure pushes the bolt carrier forward when pressed, forcing the round into the chamber. And that right here again is the forward assist. And like I said, this was quoted from the American Defense Manufacturing site on their AR-15 forward assembly that they have for sale. Next, we have the buffer tube and spring. The buffer spring and tube has several key but unique purposes, but I will be quoting this article, The Roles of the Buffer Tube and AR-15 Functionality and Understanding its Purpose and Importance on the Blitzkrieg Component site. And right here it states, as the bolt carrier group recoils, the buffer and buffer spring absorb and store energy before turning the bolt carrier group to its original position, chambering a new round in the process. So this essentially, as with our last part, deals with loading the around to the chamber and the cycles of operations, and it gives leeway for the bolt carrier group to do that. Our next one will be number 4 will be the actual bulk carrier group. Now, the bulk carrier group has several different functions in itself. Like we said earlier, it does play a role in chambering the round, but it also is the key component when firing the round because the firing pin is located right here, and it also plays a part in ejecting and extracting the round right here. So it's multiple use. So it's all the components are key components, but this right here is one of the main parts that allows it to go bang. And that is our bulk carrier group. And number 5, we have our upper receiver. And the upper receiver houses the bulk carrier group and the other 5 other components. And is separate from the lower receiver, while the lower receiver is the serialized part that is essentially regulated through background checks or other trade. The upper receiver, however, is not. Even though this part does contain the actual bulkhead group that fires the round and the ejection port right here, and then we have the Picatinny rail on the top. It is not a serialized part, but it is an integral part of the rifle. And then lastly, we have the trigger. And the trigger, as with any other firearm, is what is used to pull to fire the round. And that's essentially the key role that the trigger plays, is firing the round. And this is the firearm pre-assembly, and we'll come back in camera where we have it reassembled. All right. This part 3 of the assignment. We'll go with 8 cycles of operation for the firearm, but first we'll check that the firearm is clear. The firearm is clear. We got dummy cartridges. So first step is feeding. We'll feed the round into the chamber. We put a charger handle, the bolt face, will put it around to the chamber. After that, the round will chamber for step 2, and it will lock the round to the chamber for step 3. And we'll see that when we pull around that and move forward, and the chamber is now locked. For step 4, we'll fire the round. And of course, the round will simulate out. Step 5 will be unlocking, and it does injection and extracting in one motion. So I pull it out. The round is extracted and ejected using the face of the bolt, and release the charger handle again. Another round will be loaded. We'll pull in the same direction, and yeah, so that is the cycles of operations. Just a time constraint. I can detail more of that. The parts actually interact with each other, but that's the simplicity of the cycles of operations for the AR-15.